Hello, you beautiful, beautiful people. Welcome to some Star Citizen content. My name's Ollie43, and this, my friends, is the Intrepid, a new starship added into the game, which I wanted to give you some thoughts on and just give you a little tour today. I'll be honest, out of all the ships that I've made videos on, like new ones lately, this one is definitely one of the most controversial. And it's purely controversial, I think mostly at least, for the way it looks, because it's asymmetrical. Hang on, let me just get in the pilot seat. It's kind of easier to give you a little third-person view angle of it. So, yeah, as you can see, it is not symmetrical. It's got, like, the cockpit bridge, if you like, on one side, and then it's got a weapon on the other side. Personally, I really love this ship, and it's it's the ship your mum and dad got you that, it may not be symmetrical and everything, but you know what, it's kind of, you love it because it's a little bit quirky, and it's your first ship. You kind of get used to the world of Star Citizen in it, and that is definitely worth something. So I don't know, I really think this ship has kind of a quirky cool factor about it. Oh man, I should probably pull up. And the design language, yeah, I can see why people don't like it, but personally, I kind of love it for it. It's just different. It's a little bit unique. And, like, it was worse. I'll say that. It used to be a lot worse. And what used to... Hang on, I need to land again. Yeah, so, it actually... A lot of people didn't like it when it first came out. And to be fair, CIG did respond and make some changes. And the main thing they changed, which I think a lot of people were happy with, was the weapon. Now, when it first came out, there was a much smaller weapon. So this is size 4, I believe, and it used to be size 3. I'll put up an image of the screen of what it used to look like. It just didn't work. And the reason why it didn't work is because, like, the outer shell or the holder bit of where the gun sits is massive and quite aggressive, and then it had this little tiny pea shooter sticking out of it, and it just didn't really work. Also, in contrast to where the pilot sits, which sticks out quite far, it was quite drastic. So I think they made a really good decision changing up the weapon size. I think it makes it a little bit more aggressive, kind of makes it a little bit reminiscent to this delightful ship, the Ion, or even the Inferno, which is quite cool. But overall, it is a starship, and I think that's a great way to describe it. And it's actually got a really nice interior. Let me show you. One awesome thing, by the way, that I really love is this steps into the ship. I'm kind of ladders in Star Citizen. Until we get ladders 2.0, any ship that has a ramp rather than a ladder, is okay in my book. It's way more reliable and it's a lot easier. Anyway, let me give you a little tour. So you saw the bridge there. I have to say, I really like all the LED lighting, the pipes above, the detailing in the floor. It's a really detailed little ship. Anyway, we've got this little lovely habitation area. Okay, so I know this is kind of thrown into the video at some point, but what I do want to say is, one, this ship has some interesting destruction choices. Look how that's broken. I won't tell you what happened. Like, crashes happen, okay? But also, I went through the whole video without showing this VTOL animation. So the ship does have, like, a VTOL kind of a thing where it has some, like, boosting at the bottom. And I completely forgot to show you that. So, yes, now I've shown you, which is delightful. Oh, I can't stop spinning. Hang on, before we go, can I do more destruction? Hang on. Let's just see any more destruction to be had. Tree, please. Ah, yes. More destruction. Dude, that's... It's still not asymmetric. I mean, it's still not symmetrical. No, it's very much not symmetrical. Mum and Dad are going to kill me. They just bought me this car. Okay, well. There you go. Did I get insurance? I can't remember. Got some nice animations as well. It's really quite cool. And then you've got your little suit locker. Got your bed here. I don't know. It's it's like a really nice vibe, and like I say, I really like all the little details. You have a bathroom here. Let's open it up. Bathroom. There we go. With a working mirror. Hello. It's got 2 taps, like a hot and a cold. I think it's the other way around. Hot and cold. Who knows anymore? I don't know how I feel about that. 2 taps. Are you a single tap generation or a 2 tap? I can see the practicality with 2 tap, but it's kind of a confidence that I admire. Anyway, working bathroom, toilet, so you can chunder and look at yourself at the same time, which is lovely. You have the lovely little kitchen area with cup holders, which is kind of cool. I didn't bring any cups with me, which is a shame. Nice little seating area. Again, with the LED lighting. What's that for? I don't know. Just really, like the little, it just makes it really grounded and like quite believable. All the little details. Satisfying. That's lovely audio. Satisfying. So yeah, the interior is like a really nice space to be in. You can put little stuff everywhere. It's kind of cool. The way the doors animate as well is actually kind of cool. I just love how this all animates. And when you're playing, the thing is, like when you're playing a game like Star Citizen with like infinite scale, it's really easy to forget these details. But man, is it a satisfying game to play. Out the back here is kind of cool. So you've got these little cargo bay doors, which actually go down to the ground. I think you can lower it. Yeah, and so it's kind of like an interesting, you've got the lighting around the edges there. That's kind of cool. So I don't know why you need to see the cargo, have access to the cargo in the ship. I don't believe it's a smuggling ship. But that would be kind of cool. You could certainly... What you could do is take passengers safely. So if someone's like, hey, I need a lift, but you don't trust them in space, well, there you go. You've got yourself a cage. So, presuming they can't open a door inside, I don't know. Probably for the best. Here we've got some lovely engineering going on. So you've got all your components, which is kind of cool. Some of it's not in the game yet, but that's really nice and easily laid out for you to fix. I've got the engineering terminal, which is coming soon. Delightful. But yeah, generally, it's like a really nice, manageable ship. I think that's kind of the best way to describe it. This is absolutely manageable. Totally enough room for you and a friend. If you have just one friend that wants to play Star Citizen with you, this ship actually would be fine with 2 people. Obviously, only one person's flying the ship, but for like little trips and like when you're doing FPS combat missions, it'd be fine. Absolutely no problem. But yeah, I just quite like the ship, like the little LEDs, and I don't know. Like I say, controversial on release. I think people have warmed up to it a little bit. This area is kind of cool. I love the little detail in the glass there. Oh, yeah. Amazing. Fuse box, by the way. Kind of neat. Ooh. Although it's kind of annoying when this is open because you go to close that door and you grab that. So make sure you've got that closed. It's a little bit of an annoyance there. More components. Lovely. Yeah, overall, I think this is a great little ship. There's one little thing that I'm not that keen on, but I'm really nitpicking and it's not really an issue. And that is the bits. I'll zoom in on the video edit. These bits, the little tail fins, I'm not a fan of those. Kind of wish it was just one in the middle maybe or something. That's just my opinion. But overall, if I was getting into Star Citizen, I quite like how quirky this is. The only thing people are going to be saying in the comments, and I can totally see it, is why wouldn't you just buy an Avenger Titan, this delightful ship? And I can see that, but I feel like everybody has an Avenger Titan. So if you want to be a little bit different, you know, and you want something from Crusader, it's an option. It's nice to have choice. You know, not everyone wants a freaking Avenger Titan. I think this is probably a little bit nicer, style-wise, on the inside than an Avenger Titan. Exterior, yeah, sure, an Avenger Titan might be a little bit cooler in some ways, but at that point, we're being, like, really, you know, opinionated, and it's subjective, right? It's not actually better. Other things I should probably talk about that I haven't yet is... Oops. Missiles work. You sit so close to the weapon. You can see and hear it. That's pretty cool. The cockpit in general is really nice. You've got brilliant visibility. I really liked the way the dash is laid out. It's quite minimalist and it's quite cool. I love how the little engine speed and everything just floats above the little screens there. It's very cool. Overall, what are you going to do with this ship? A little bit of light combat, maybe. A few box missions, maybe. You're going to go to some bunkers and clear some waves, some early missions. This is not an endgame ship by any means, but it's a great way, it's a great ship to learn Star Citizen in, I think, and it's quite refined. So, in that aspect, I think it's rather cool. Anyway, like I say, let me know what you think about it down in the comment section below, and I'll see you beautiful people in the next one. Bye-bye.